Hey everyone, welcome to the best moment of your life.
Oh,
It's a stream with me in it, and
Yeah.
also Sir Sig. What's up, dude?
I am fine. How are you doing, man? I hear you have a story to tell.
No, it's not a
Mighty
story.
tales.
Dude, I ate a fucking. I got a pizza. I saw a pizza on papajohns.com for that had a deal for it. It was like $10.
It was really cheap for some reason.
$10 for this special pizza, and I said to Kristen, "I'm
That
going
doesn't
to
even
buy."
sound cheap.
It is. Trust me, it is.
Is
I'm
it?
gonna buy this $10 pizza and then pay a driver's fee and then a tip, and it'll be like $20. So I did that, and
Wow.
yeah, man, I realized late in the game as I started eating it that it wasn't the cheeseburger pizza I thought it would be. I thought it would be just cheese, hamburger, and then fucking marinara sauce like a pizza.
It's not. It wasn't the cheeseburger pizza you deserved.
It's a literal cheeseburger pizza. It's got fucking mayonnaise in it. It's got fucking
Oh,
pickles on it. It's got tomatoes, and that's it. Just like a standard.
I hate pickles. Did it have onions on it?
No, it's the mayonnaise. No onions, but the mayonnaise really is what got
The
me.
mayonnaise is probably the worst bit by like some
Yeah.
substantial degree of disgusting. When you said that,
Is it like a layer of it rather than just a
I
thin?
had to take a moment not to vomit in my own mouth.
It's like a whole jar just put on one piece.
Oh God.
It tastes like you vomited on my pizza. This is like horrible. Oh, this is God. I can't eat it. Can't eat it. I can't fucking.
I would find someone to throw it at.
But don't you think it's a little weird that I'll say that about this pizza, but if you put literally everything that's in this pizza between two buns,
It's fine.
I'm suddenly fine with it.
Yeah, I mean literally, because you've got the bread, you've got the cheese, you got everything. I mean, I don't like pickles, but
Yeah, why do I hate this
regardless.
so much?
Because
Why
it's
do
a
I hate
pizza.
You think I would like it? Yeah, it's not what it's fucking
What
supposed
if
to
you
be.
fold over the slice?
No, I didn't sign up for a hamburger. I think that's the big thing. I didn't want a hamburger. I wanted a
I
pizza.
just really don't want a fucking hamburgers.
And my
I think
friend,
that's the only way I could consume it though, is if I turned it into a burger. Because as a pizza, that's fucking revolting, disgusting, vile. But it's a burger.
See, the mayonnaise is a slow burn. Like when you buy like I remember my first experience buying a barbecue pizza and not understanding that the sauce was I thought it was like, oh, here's all the barbecue fixins for like, a pork sandwich or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't think it was going to be barbecue instead of marinara. So I bought it and I bit into it and I was like, this is the stupidest thing.
Thankfully, it's quite nice.
You just ruined a bunch of bread. You just ruined a bunch of bread and cheese.
Bread is ruined.
Yeah, like, barbecue sauce isn't supposed to work like
Send the pizza back with a note that said this bread is ruined.
You don't use barbecue sauce that way. It's fucked. There's something wrong with it. But then again, those are all ingredients of things that I would eat.
When I first had a barbecue pizza, my first assumption was that it was the sauce that was changed because I couldn't think of any other reason it would be barbecue. Maybe I'm just cleverer than you.
Yeah. I mean, in the past though, they've had cheeseburger pizza, and it's literally just cheese and
a normal
hamburger.
pizza.
Yeah, it's cheese and hamburger with and it's got a special cheese. It's got a special cheddar, blend or whatever.
But not fucking mayonnaise. Because most burgers, I would assume that a burger comes with tomato sauce.
But that's the thing.
Default.
Yeah, they fucking left out that it wasn't a pizza. Like there's the pizza element
I
that
still
you
think
need.
they ran out and just it's like sort of like, oh, what we're gonna do? All right, that's a sauce. Put that on.
Was this faggot Edindro? Yeah, he'll eat mayonnaise.
I've also never had like fucking pickles on a pizza before either, and it's weird. It doesn't work.
Yeah. I said, I fucking despise pickles. Every time we happen upon a McDonald's, which is very rarely these days, but if we happen to have one, like I pull out the pickles and I throw them at her. She's like, "You eat this shit." Fucking
pickles are delicious.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with you. Must be
my friends were like, we were at a bar and I had never tried fried pickles. They were just raving and ranting. You haven't had fried pickles, you fucking idiot. You're not a real American. You never. So I ate fried pickles for the first time. They're not good. They're really
Yeah.
not.
No, they sound really, really bad.
No, I don't like the idea of things that I don't like things that are pickled are fine. I don't like them fried though.
I've always had a
Pickled them and
disdain for any vegetable
that you
served.
fuck with.
I don't like your basics, your broccoli, your cauliflower, and your carrots can be hot. But if you serve me like
I don't like cooked
a
carrot.
cooked tomato, just a whole tomato, because one of the English breakfast things is to just cut it in half and fry it, and
Yeah.
that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, the thing about tomato is that I don't like tomato in its actual form, but I like it in everything.
It needs to be minced up into oblivion before
like
it can be
ketchup.
acceptable.
Ketchup's fine.
And it's not that
Salsa's
it's
fine.
right, but
Tomatoes
it's
are fine.
not
Don't like whole tomatoes.
it's not that tomato is bad. It's just strange. If you take a bite into a tomato, it feels like it's already a soup. It's strange.
It's a self-contained soup bowl.
A tomato feels like a thing that humans invented. Like it feels like that's not
we
a
did pretty
natural-
much. It is GMO.
No, it's. I was looking into that. Like tomatoes, the thing we developed in them is that we had ones that had like tumors,
right?
And we tried to make sure they had more of those, and that's why they're big. Because they're not radically different like bananas are radically different now.
That's not the same thing though. I mean, if I go out and I just straight up grow a tomato tree or whatever, I'm getting tomatoes. What is it? Tomato plant? They grow on
a plant. Yeah,
they're little trees though. They're like
no, they're not.
That's cherry. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they're not like big trees, but they're basically little trees.
You could almost call them plants.
They're plants. well, I mean, yeah, but if I grow tomatoes and I just
I got thousands of little trees in my garden.
Shut up! It's not that funny. And then,
I think it's fucking hilarious.
so if I just pluck a tomato from my tomato tree and I just eat it, it's gonna taste the same way. It doesn't have to be genetically modified. They just grow that way, and it's disgusting.
Well, they don't. They do grow that way because of what we did to them, which isn't genetic modification, but it kind of is.
We fucked with it.
Yeah.
It's modified.
But the amount of stuff that isn't like, when people tell me, "Oh, I just eat a whole all natural diet," and you're like, "No,
we don't know what we're talking
really
about. We're not fucking gardeners. That's fucking gay." So anyway,
I quite like gardening.
This pizza place has betrayed me.
I do think that you should send it back, and or
Kristen ate it. Kristen ate the shit out of it.
Is it gone?
Mostly, yeah.
Because I feel like you need to extract some sort of revenge on it.
Does she have taste buds?
I think she I don't know. I think she liked it. She doesn't have taste. Well, we already knew that, didn't we? She doesn't really have taste. Should have figured that out a while ago.
Yeah, I see what you did there. That's clever. Thanks.
Yeah, clever. Thanks. You know, my self-esteem. It's in a bucket.
Did you see what?
In mayo.
Did you see what's going on with Bill Maher and his house nigger comment?
I vaguely saw the edge of a tweet on that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll look into that later," and then I completely forgot.
And then you started playing games.
I'm glad I do a show. I'm glad I do a stream
ago.
with you every fucking weekend.
Yeah, you keep me up. You keep me informed. That's your job.
Well,
and then you give me homework. You fucking shit.
Bill Maher made a joke. I guess he had. I don't know if it was a senator or whatever. I haven't actually seen it. I've only seen clips of what happened. But like, he had like a senator on, and the senator made a comment about working in the fields, and he said, "Working in the fields? No, senator, I'm a house nigga." Like that. So naturally, huge backlash for Bill Maher, who has the sad misfortune of being a old school liberal, and not quite in tune with the fact that everything a liberal says, with that kind of audience, is offensive no matter what.
He also has the unfortunate downside of being quite witty.
Yeah.
And God forbid you be cleverer than the people you're talking to.
No, the last thing you want to be is a comedian. So it baffles me how adamantly feminist so many comedians are. Like,
I was actually thinking about this. Like, it's going to get to a point, because obviously jokes are bad. So it's going to get to a point where people are just going to start going on stage and speaking truth.
Well, they're going to go on stage and
do.
say, white people are awful. And then everybody will laugh and then they'll get loads of money.
Thank you. That's my time. White people are awful. Thank you. That's my time. Well, I mean, yeah, but with when Worski was on the other day, and I was like, Natasha Leggero is definitely, I don't know if that, Leggero. Natasha, what's her face, is fucking definitely not a feminist. And she turns out to be dating the problematic guy. The guy who,
yeah, from the
like,
fucking shitty little show.
Wait a minute. Go to her Twitter feed, and it is just cancer all over the place. And it's like, God damn it! Like, why?
I was gonna tap that.
You tell the most offensive jokes. Like, you are this is the culture that's gonna turn on you first. Like, I don't understand how you could be both a comedian and a SJW. You know, I get being liberal, but like an SJW.
Like a full-on SJW, yeah.
Yeah, like it's imperative that Louis C.K. rejects that.
I think it must be absolutely exhausting getting up and just being offended by everything every single day. And it's like, you know, like even when Laci Green was back then and she was going on about being, oh, I take a break from feminism now and again.
What, the onion?
You know what? It's a lot fucking easier to wake up every day and be offended than it is to wake up every day and write jokes. So, I mean,
well, there is that. Especially if you can get paid for just being offended. Someone said a mean thing to me. Can I have some money, please?
Somebody mentioned George Carlin in chat. Can you imagine what he would be like if he were still alive? How he'd be reacting?
Baffled.
Yeah, but he would react to feminism and things like that back in the day, but it was always this fringe element that he was talking about. And now it's like, no, this is the world now. This is like mainstream now. I mean, I wish he was still alive. So I miss him.
Well, I think if we get some jumper cables and like a lot of electricity, maybe on a stormy night, I think the project to reanimate George Carlin would be.
Igor? Was it Igor?
Igor.
Yeah, I want to be that one.
It's probably actually Igor, just to be fucking gross and shit language.
What was Bram Stoker? What was his nationality? He was like Slovenia or some shit.
I think he was like Eastern European or something.
He was some kind of Eastern European.
I mean, he's called Bram. There we go. Bram Stoker. Nationality.
Oh, you're Googling. You're just criticizing.
I'm not going to fucking guess, and I need to know now. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, it's Mark Cerny.
Is that maybe just Russian? Is he?
He's Irish.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes from Dublin.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Actually, he's quite attractive.
It's quite a sexy man.
Yeah, well, he's not now. He's dead. He's been dead for a while.
Yeah,
that's what you think.
He was in this photo. in 1906.
How do we get on to Bram Stoker? I want to say Stoker every time.
Stoker.
Yeah. So how do we get on to him?
We're going to reanimate the corpse. I mean, I know it'll mostly be bone now, but I think that if we pour some sort of liquid filament onto it and use like some magical technology, I reckon we could make a functional George Carlin.
That's some good science in Cersei.
Oh god, yeah. I know. Look, I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies, so I bet think I know what I'm talking about.
Magical technology, we can revive him. We can revive anyone with this magical technology that doesn't exist.
I like the idea that you set everything up. It's a big stormy night. Big bolt of lightning comes down and just sets everything on fire.
No, I like the idea the big bolt of lightning comes down. Instead of hitting your fucking cord, it hits you and you're just dead.
Yeah. I like the idea of everything catching fire and then you catching fire and just flailing around.
Running around.
Tried to play God
at great speed.
And then you die and then Bram Stoker gets up. He goes, oh, what's going on?
And George Carlin for no reason.
It's probably best you don't question how your brain works, Ed. Yeah, I guess it's probably true.
I wouldn't question how your brain works because I don't think it does.
I'm glad it does.
I don't think about it. I try not to think about it. Yeah. So, So basically, Bill Maher.
That's how we got onto it, Bill Maher.
We'll get there in the end.
Yeah, Bill Maher obviously got a lot of
Lots of
backlash
shit.
for being a white man who said the word nigga under no context. Yeah, actually, is it only recently that people got offended of? I mean, I guess it's always been offensive, but I feel like there was a time where that joke wouldn't be that big of a deal.
It would be funny because it's absurd. In fact, it is funny because it's absurd.
It's actually a funny joke. I mean, a lot of people are saying maybe it's a bad joke. No, I think it's a good joke, especially since it was a quippy
off the cuff thing. Yeah,
it was an off the cuff thing. I thought it was really funny, and
it's only not funny because nigger.
Because nigga, yeah, the context doesn't matter,
and that's retarded.
It's always been retarded. It's always been, even just sort of like if I say the word nigger in the context of Huck Finn or whatever, things like that, like I'm reading something, like you should just say it. And then there's comedians, like I said, like Louis C.K., who he's at the height of his career right now. He's fucking doing really well, and he's doing really well because he's not, partially because he's not kowtowing. He's not kowtowing to the progressivism.
He's also being incredibly funny, which helps.
Yeah, and he's not lacking in liberalism. He's a full on,
he's
progressive
very
liberal.
Like some of the stuff he says, you could easily take that and apply it in a sort of SJW way.
It's all coming down to context, though. Like, you can tell when somebody's saying it in genuine hatred compared to someone who's doing it for a quick offense, getting an offensive laugh out of someone.
That's why it bugs me now. Like I never used to say I never used to say nigger, and now I think it's childish of me.
Even just now, impulsively, you were like the N-word.
Yeah, I still have that in the back of my brain, but I actually think that it's like, no, you're saying this for a reason, and you're not saying it because you hate black people. And if you allow people to tell you that if I say this word,
when I say I hate black people, that's when I'm saying that I hate black people.
That when you mention that fact,
and I do,
people, I still don't like the word, but it's become a principle thing, and it's like I can't, if I don't say it, then I'll never get to say it in the future, or I could even be arrested for saying it in the worst case scenario.
I love the logic is that you just want an excuse to say to be racist. You just want an excuse to be racist, and that's why you want to say that word. But I do actually want racists to be able to say that word. I'd like to know where they stand. I want racists.
I want to know who is racist.
Yeah, I don't want to figure it out down the line after developing an emotional attachment to them. I'd rather just avoid their.
I like that idea. It's like you spent years building up a friendship with someone, and then they say it, and you're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Now I have to. Yeah,
I can't be friends with you anymore. You're such a nice guy.
Well, to be fair, that's not necessarily how I operate. I mean, like I was friends with a full-on race realist. Who said some absolutely retarded things on the subject, but he wasn't like. But see, he didn't hate black people. I think hating.
I mean, you can not hate them and still be a massive racist. You just think that they're less than you, or something like that.
Well, to be fair, a race realist, I don't know if you can accurately call them a racist because they don't necessarily hate them. I mean, they don't necessarily.
But if you think you're better than people of a race because...
Well, what if you just think that there's... What if you just believe that there's a pure genetic difference between black people and white people, and you think that for literally for biological reasons that they don't belong in this part of the world, or some nonsense?
Then I would say you're probably a racist.
Yeah, but is it racist if you just say... If you're just saying, no, I just don't think...
To me, it's about the treatment. Yeah. And if you believe that, you're going to treat them differently. You can. I think to me, you can believe what you want. It's how you act that makes you the racist, I suppose.
Well, not really. It's how you believe, but I guess the act is what matters.
I think it's a mix of both.
Actions are most important, anyway.
The actions are the things that I care about. Yeah, you're allowed to be racist in the United States. You're allowed to say racist.
It's not a
things.
crime. We don't fucking do thought crime.
You're in England. What the fuck? What kind of hate speech laws do you have in England?
I don't know.
They are changing.
They are weird.
They are changing a lot now, though.
I don't know. I don't know which direction they go. I mean, fucking.
There's certain things that have been put in place. Like it's slowly sort of like getting very left.
Yeah, there's the whole thing with Count Dankula, but that is specific to Scotland.
Oh yeah, everybody, we're doing a Laci Green and Chris Raygun pregnancy pool. Phobos says he's putting $12 on within the summer months. No, you can't do that. You can't. No, you have to pick a month. You have to pick a month.
This isn't 1 out of 4. This is 1 out of 1 in 12.
Why don't you super chat?
Probably within the last 6 months of the year.
I really wouldn't take bets on super chat because people are going to put down $10, and if they win, they're going to expect 20 when you only got like 5.
I'm fine with them expecting things they won't get. That's perfectly within my model.
I suppose you could make the pool. Like you offer something of you that you don't have to spend money on.
Topless pictures. There you go. Done straight away.
Beardless.
That's a good one.
Not me though. Fuck that.
I haven't thought this through because I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Laci will be pregnant by late January, and I was specific late January because I think a lot of people get pregnant in January because they fuck a lot in the winter time.
I don't know. It depends though, because she's got a sex-related channel. I think she knows about.
She might use a condom like some sort of monster.
You're right. No, shit. Yeah,
But then again, Chris Raygun is that sexy, so
he does look very fertile.
I bet
accidents happen, man. Accidents happen. I'm saying late January. I'm sticking to it.
He'll just say the word bleach, and she'll be pregnant like that.
My death pool. Yeah, we'll do that too.
so there's the pregnancy pool, and then the shortly after death pool.
That's a double down. Bad. If you want to risk everything, call the miscarriage.
Oh God.
but then if she doesn't have a miscarriage, you lose everything.
Your house, your family,
your soul,
your soul, your life. Your pets. We own them. We own the rights to you as an entity.
Anyway, my late January that'll be renewed. If it gets to January and she's not pregnant,
you're gonna renew it.
I renew it for the next January.
For next January, yeah, you can. You can just start a new pool. But yeah, by the end of 2018,
what if someone's guess is that she doesn't get pregnant? Can no one pick doesn't?
Is this Is this within the next year?
Because that's probably the most likely one.
No, I think we keep pooling. If she doesn't get pregnant,
we keep doing it until she gets pregnant.
We keep pooling until she gets pregnant. But then once somebody is right, they get everything from all the previous years. This is a long haul game, okay? Relax.
And you lose a lot of money because they've all done it on Super Chat.
What about marriage? You guys want to do Laci Raygun? I like Green Gun. I always like that one.
Can you do like a pool? Is there an internet service that lets you like?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure there is.
That might.
There has to be.
That's quite. I don't know. I don't think we should be betting on people's fucking private lives. That's kind of fucked up.
Oh, you're such a fucking faggot. You want to bet on the next Islamic terror attack where it's going to be?
Probably outside my fucking house, knowing my luck. Actually, no, we don't live in a major city, so we got.
Yeah, you've got a whole Western world. You got a whole Western world.
Well, I think if you're going to just go with the Western world, it's going to be in the UK more than likely.
Well, I mean, if it's impossible to do, terrorist attacks in the Middle East, like those happen every 5 minutes.
Well, it's impossible to do.
That's
one
an
that means
accurate
anything,
statistic, by the way. I looked it up. Five minutes now. There'll be a bombing somewhere.
That's that faint popping sound in the distance. Here, Laci, drink this laxative colada, and then let's play a game of punch each other in the stomach.
I want to guess. What's a good city for a terrorist attack in America?
All of them at once.
Have they hit New York yet? They haven't hit New York, have they?
They did it about.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, 9/11, right? Okay, but like they haven't hit New York.
The first one that came
Recently,
to my head was Chicago for some reason.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
fucked up that I can't think of a city they haven't hit.
the thing is, someone already got the top score in New York. So what's the point? You know,
That's
it's
true.
like an arcade machine. You know,
I think there was
Right.
a small bombing in New York.
Hola.
Yeah, right. What's up, dude?
You slag.
Oh, if you want the irate, if you want to pop in, send a message to Sir Sick. I'm on my laptop. I don't feel like fucking.
Oh God, you're such a.
Bear can come in, right? Yeah, wait.
He can come in. It's just that you're making me do the work. You piece.
Yeah, but I got a little touchpad right now. I didn't set up properly. I've got my I've got my touchpad on my shitty laptop, so because I know it won't crash, and then I've got the chat up in my main box.
Told you should have got a second-hand laptop, but did you listen to me? No, God, you can't listen to me.
I haven't even finished with the Bill Maher thing to keep you up to speed. Afterwards, what Bill Maher did was a lot of proselytizing. He brought on a black guest to talk about. This is where he went wrong.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's fine to apologize for it. There's nothing wrong for apologizing for a joke. Maybe, see, a guy like Bill Maher, I believe that maybe he'd be like, yeah, that was a tasteless joke, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize for it because I personally feel like I went too far, and I'm not happy that I hurt people's feelings. Even if you don't feel like you've gone too far, it's like, I hurt people's feelings. I'm sorry if I hurt people's feelings. I get that. I'm not one of these hardline cunts who are just like, never apologize. Never fucking apologize.
I think you should apologize when you've done something wrong, and I don't think you've done anything wrong.
When you feel like you've done something wrong, too. When you feel like you transgressed.
Well, okay, that's the real question. Does he actually feel like he's done something wrong? I bet he doesn't, because
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. And we're talking about one of the biggest free speech advocates on the liberal side. Like ranting. Everybody go watch Ranting Monkey's video about it, which he pulled a big free speech rant that was like spot on. It was a great rant. But now it feels like none of that matters, because what he did basically was he brought on a bunch of black people specifically for them to yell at him for using the word. And he sat down with Ice Cube, who is the representative of all black people because he's a rapper and he's stupid.
Yeah, apparently.
Right? Because that's the representative of black people. Dumb rapper who doesn't even do anything.
What was he in now? Is it Law and Order?
He's in fucking everything. He's one of the most sold out rappers that exists.
Ice-T was in the Law and Order thing. Okay. Although, no, you might be right. I think maybe Ice Cube did something too. It doesn't matter. Basically,
they had all the ices. It was a very chilly show.
He used to be a hardcore. I remember him when I was a kid. He was a hardcore gangster rapper, West Side. And now he's a
don't do that again.
He's a bad actor with kids who makes movies about being a father. So. Yeah, so obviously he's a representative for all black people because he's a black man who made money, I guess. Is that the metric for?
They tried doing that with Lil Wayne as well.
I quite like Lil Wayne.
Well, see, they tried with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and he's like, no, he's like putting my hands up. No, I like.
He's got the best fucking voice. It's just like, I've done all the smoking related.
I done all the bad shit.
I did it all. I'm basically.
I want Lil Wayne to be next Batman.
Oh God, who's the one who sings "A Beautiful World, A Wonderful World"?
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, he's like the hardcore.
No,
Louis
that's
Armstrong.
not what he sounds like. He got a voice like this. There's a little way.
That's more like it, yeah.
Yeah, but he's croakier than that. But yeah,
he's croakier. Yeah.
Way croakier.
Well, I haven't smoked enough to get to that point yet, but I'm on my way.
But when I saw that thing with him, I thought, oh. Okay, I don't like your music, but I quite like you.
Well, he's just honest.
Yeah,
and that's kind of it's kind of funny. It's always fun to see someone being honest on TV. Yeah. It's surrounded by the most dishonest people you can meet. But then Bill Maher's situation is different though, because Bill Maher actually is basically flagellating himself live on television, and he said, I think the quote is, "I did a bad thing." Which is like, no, you didn't. You really didn't.
Really didn't.
Like,
I really wonder, like, like comedians, do they like, okay, I'm going to tell this joke, but I've got apology lined up straight after it anyway, so I'm good.
Maybe. I mean, there's the
oh no,
it does
actually,
come off like that a lot.
no. Well, they do that all the time in just straight up stand up. They're like, I'll tell a joke and then I'll actively acknowledge that it was over the line in some.
And then I'll tell another one very similar
to
it.
be fair, one of my
Right.
favorite jokes is that, but it's done in such a clever way. A fellow called Jimmy Carr says,
Yeah, like Jimmy Carr.
I don't know where the line is until I've crossed it.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Oh God. Kathy Griffin tried that shit a little bit. Did you watch that press conference?
I've seen clips from it and her going, he broke me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, that was in my last video, you cunt. You could have just watched my last video.
I did watch your last video. I downvoted it and I reported it for hate speech.
Well, oh geez, you know that video was flagged. I didn't bring it up in the video, but I put it in the description. ContraPoints is
the original video, yeah.
And it was flagged for, like, if you go to his channel, it was flagged for being spam or something like that, some false flag. But the egregious part is that YouTube doubled down and said, no, we've determined that this is a scam or something. And
maybe they just don't like ContraPoints. They're like, no, fuck this guy.
I just think it's kind of rare that you see that happening to their
weird
side.
Because it's just completely wrong as well. Like, it's incorrect, it's inaccurate, and I don't like it. And
well, he said he suspects that the reason was now we'll show you the consequences of not having free speech. We're going to flag your video and now you'll learn, you bet you don't like it when it happens to you, which is extremely childish and it makes our side look bad. So,
and it's stupid.
And the problem is that it makes them look bad, but the problem is that we get associated with all the worst of the people on our side.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You and I are the worst members of our fan base. By default, regardless of...
Incorrect. I'm the greatest.
Huh?
I'm the greatest.
You're the greatest.
I'm the best.
You're the best worst of your audience. But no, that's the thing, though. Like, you are... you and I are the worst of our audience. Bearing is the worst of his audience. All these people are the worst of their audience. But they're never, ever, ever associated with good things.
No, never.
Like if
Ed, yeah, but Ed's a bad person.
Ed is a bad person. He's also not funny, and he smells. But let's not go off topic.
Goodbye, everyone.
Get a sound.
Yeah, but he sits there, and the one thing I hate so much is like, and it's time to fucking drop this because this has been going on forever. Where it's like, Ice Cube looks at me and says, "That's our word, and you can't have it back." Well, you know what, nigger. It's my word now. Look at that. Words aren't fucking property.
Did you see that fucking thing with someone having a go at, I can't remember who, but because they wore fucking combats, camouflage gear or something, and apparently now that belongs to black people for some fucking reason. I thought it was an army thing.
Thank you for the super chat, November Mine. He says, I said the word nigga. Who are you going to tell your dad?
I've already told my dad. And your dad, November Mind. He's not fucking happy. He's going to come beat your ass.
Ha! Joke's on you. My dad's dead.
I made myself sad.
Oh. Okay, so, yeah, basically, I thought that was pretty fucking tragic. And then you go to Bill Maher's Twitter. I was on his Twitter last night. Spamming and being an asshole, I guess.
You being an
there's so many people who are like, "Oh, that's a good start. That's a good first step to end racism." I got news for people. You're never going to end racism. In fact, you're making it a lot worse. You're making it a lot worse right now. Like, all of a sudden, the white supremacists are coming out of the woodwork. It's weird. It's almost like it's almost like forcing white guilt onto white people. There's always been white guilt, but this sort of demanding of white guilt is so stupid. It's so counterproductive because naturally, you get the Klan members coming out.
Remember it was like a son and his dad, and they wore something like they wore black t-shirts with saying, like, it says something like, "I'm I'm guilty of committing crimes against black people or something like that. And then they went walking around with like stocks on. And they had the hands tied behind the back and that, and they were saying they were doing it for black people to know what they went through.
Thanks for reminding me, cunt.
And I saw a great comment on that. It was from a black guy on one of these pictures, and he said, because we said we just want a bit equal rights. What the fuck are you doing?
I like the idea. It's like you want to show what they really went through. Let me take this cat of nine and just beat the fuck out of you. How about that? How about I just take all you white people in chains and just like flay the shit out of you? If you're gonna do it 100%.
Also, stick them in a metal box after you're done.
Get out in that field and start picking, and you're not getting shit for it. You're just gonna pick all day until your fucking fingers are raw and your feet are blistered, and you're just burning up in the hot sun. That is what they went through. They didn't just walk around in chains with sad faces on.
It was
isn't that almost more insulting? Isn't that almost more insulting that you're making this little fucking
the university that basically sort of conformed to the mob.
With the
she was in the president's office. There was a black class, and she was talking about being oppressed to the president of the university, and they're saying that he's not allowed to use his hands to speak because it's a microaggression. So he stood behind with his hands behind his back while she's telling you how oppressed she is. And she sat there and she's wearing jewelry and her hair's all nice and her skin's really clean. She's wearing nice clothes.
And she's in college. And she's in fucking college. And college isn't fucking cheap, dude. That university isn't cheap.
They debunk themselves by the fact that they have the time to do this.
But the fact that they're there, that they're even there, and they're signed up for an education, and they make themselves look bad because here's another black person getting out of schoolwork. Like, I mean, come on, it's the same thing I have with feminists. With feminists, why are you validating every negative stereotype about women? And then pretending that you're in a movement for liberation. You are literally a bossy, naggy, nitpicking,
lazy,
obnoxious woman who wants to take everything men have. You are a perfect stereotype.
And you're telling us that only men can give you that because you're not strong enough to take it up the ass.
Yeah, and now we're saying, now there's just a million reasons for black people not to do work. There's a million reasons for black people to get things.
One of my favorite jokes is there's a woman and she's crying in a pillow saying, "I wish somebody would just cuddle me and make me feel better." And then she goes, "Oh wait, I'm an independent woman."
Shit.
Yeah, well, see, that's another thing. Everybody wants to be cuddled and to be made feel. Maybe not make that a highlight of your identity, though. Maybe not make that a major point of who you are.
Maybe don't demand that people do it, and then some might want to.
That's probably one of the big differences.
They're gonna have cuddle laws.
I think that's one of the big differences.
God, can you imagine?
I don't really have any pride in anything apart from probably my artwork. Like she's like sort of pride, even though I hate every single piece of my artwork, but. Yeah, I don't pride myself on anything apart, of who I am. So yeah, I'm just me. I don't really see it as like, I'm this. I'm amazing because I'm this, or I'm fantastic and brilliant because I'm this. And I think that's probably one of the problems is that you push yourself into a tiny little box and go, well, I'm definitely this. Like with feminism, or you superly identify yourself in relation to something like, I'm trans and it's the most important thing about me.
Well, yeah, what you are is less important than who you are, etc.
Probably the most important thing about me is that I'm a straight man, though.
I can't think of any other thing that's important about you. I mean,
I can't think of any other thing about me.
Yeah, there's like basically you're this sort of void of interestingness, and there's just a white man. And it's pure white, head to toe, no hair color, no, just. It's almost like as if you'd taken a model from a video game and stripped the texture away.
Well, I do get off on talking down to women. Yeah, you are. But I do get off on talking down to women and people of
Minorities.
color and queer and trans people. That's what I loved about the ContraPoints video is like while he's saying you don't give voices to queer and trans people, he's criticizing a queer person for doing that. Like
specific.
I mean, I think they made it pretty clear that your identity actually really doesn't matter. They're not as identitarian as they act. It's just you have to be this identity plus hold this ideology.
Yeah.
So if you have these two elements, then you become a representative for an entire group. Good for you. Congratulations, you're part of something now. It's really shallow.
I want to feel important.
I think that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's people wanting to feel important and feel like they're making a change in the world, which to me is silly. I think we should all give up.
It just makes me think of the worst joke.
Well, you can say the worst joke here.
would. A man goes into a bar and is dressed to the nines.
Why did it have to be man goes into the bar?
It is a man.
It's always a bar.
Okay. A non-gender conforming cis white male but doesn't necessarily.
He's not gender conforming, but he's a cis white male. This guy's already a contradiction.
I can't keep up with all this bollocks. A person walks into a shop that sells beverages and is dressed in clothes that may or may not be considered smart. A man walks into a bar. He's all dressed to the nines. He's very smart. And his mates say to him, "Hey, why are you dressed like that today, Kev? You're looking very dapper." And he says, I've just been to the doctor's. He said I was impotent. It says, "Oh, shit. But why does that mean you're wearing a suit, though?" He says, "Well, what if I'm impotent? I'm going to dress impotent." I'm sorry.
Okay. When you said the worst joke, I was thinking like offensive.
No, I meant bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But that's my favorite kind of jokes.
We just lost 40 people from the stream. They just left. They just went away.
They actually all killed themselves. They all had a copper cap stroke where they fell to the floor and then reached up and turned their screen off.
And by the way, Phobos, I do plan on digging the camera up and doing face stuff again. Face stuff. I'm into face stuff, and I'm gonna do face stuff on the internet. So
face stuff. All over it. Yeah, baby.
I do actually plan to do that when we move out. I don't like the environment I'm in right now. It's kind of a pain in the ass to set up the green screen and do stuff, so I don't feel like doing it. So I'm not going to. But when I get the new apartment, I'm going to have a separate room just for me. It's going to be great.
Man cave.
Yeah. So
you're going to have a job. So you're going to have money for it. Hooray.
There's that. Yes. I'm going to have lots of money. Well, we should be out by, I'm going to say 2 months because we're going to save up. And
Isn't it 9 days or something like that before you start?
9 days I start the new job. Yeah. And
are you excited?
I'm excited. Well, not really because I actually know the job. But
oh, shit. I have to work. Fuck. No one told me that.
Oh, there's an interesting thing. They love giving training. So I'll be doing training for 10 weeks.
Before you actually start?
Before I actually start. And it's great because it's a job I'm familiar with for higher pay. And
get top at class then.
Yeah,
turns out that like, honest, you know this job, don't you? You don't need the training. You're not going to have the free ride for 10 weeks. No, you're like, shit.
They made it clear that the technology is always changing, and I haven't been there. I haven't worked with this kind of stuff in a really long time, so I'm gonna have to get back into it. So that's what if you were on my Twitter, I asked people to find me good SAN and NAS stuff because I'm actually going back from networking to storage. It's really interesting stuff, really, really entertaining stuff.
Basically, you're just gonna juggle hard drives.
No, it's actually a lot more fucking. It is networking sort of, but it's it's SAN. You know what a SAN is? You're tech savvy, right?
I'm tech savvy, but I couldn't tell you.
This is
I know what a
this
NAS
storage
is,
area.
but I don't know what a SAN is.
Well, sir, sick. I'll be managing storage area network devices for major
Right.
enterprise
SAN,
systems.
as in like SanDisk.
No, SanDisk is,
All right,
is a company.
everybody, shut the fuck up. So yeah, basically, I'll be doing all that shit. Emil is a DevOps guy, so I can't even talk because those guys are fucking. You got to be autistic to do that job, to be that. There's got to be something wrong with you. Something perfectly right, but everything else has to be wrong, right? Like in terms of being a coder and a developer, I think that part of you has to be perfect, but the rest of your life has to be kind of broken and disconnected from the real world.
You'll never enjoy your life.
Yeah, you might get married, you might have kids, but you'll never really be a part of it. You're going to be lonely forever. Sorry to break it to you, but that's exactly how your life is. So...
God.
Let me dictate to you how your life is. I just look at them and I've worked with a lot of them and it's just like, man, I mean, I kind of hate my life right now. Just doing what I do. But what you do, I would commit suicide. I would commit suicide. Especially when you're somebody who's programming specifically for somebody who's right there, who's always coming in with like new requests for a new feature of something and all that. Like those guys get beaten up. It's gonna get beaten up, and a lot of times they're not working like straight, 8-hour days. They're working kind of on the clock, right? They're basically like 24/7. And can you imagine? Like, there's a certain amount of success. This is why I always emphasize, like, with the wage gap thing, to tie it back to what we actually talk about. The idea that women don't want to do this makes absolute perfect sense.
Because I wouldn't.
Women, because I don't, for one, and for two, like that is a good point. What Emil just said, though. He says fuck off a lot, and he gets away with it. They do kind of have this, at least in the environments I've been, the developers sort of gain this like godlike status where it's like, leave them alone, let them work,
Yeah.
don't touch them, And
they're always to
pieces
walk in and they'll be sat around a cauldron with skulls in their hands, like beating them together. They're always
the biggest assholes. They're always the biggest assholes, except everyone understands why, and nobody really gets upset about it. They just sort of warn you not to fuck with them. Well, if you have a problem,
seen places where the developers have they have their own space and they've like got everywhere else in the office is immaculate, and then there's just like fucking tape, that yellow and black tape for fucking warnings and shit, and it's all just like, it looks like someone's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only place in the entire building that looks like that, and they're like, no, leave him to it. That's
how he likes it. I was at, like, we had
He's
guys
a wizard
would literally work out of their bedrooms most of the time because they didn't like being in the office around people. And it was like, well, as long as you're producing for, the site, then nobody cares, So
that's the thing. If you have the talent, and they are valuable human beings.
Underappreciated as fuck, though.
More
like,
than
seriously. This is a thankless career. IT is a thankless career, and I think in general, women not wanting to do this, not only does it make sense, but it makes more sense than you'd think. I mean, if you got women just coming into the industry, less of them are going to jump to coding, right? They're going to start somewhere.
Well, one of the things is that like there's a higher rate of male autism anyway, isn't there? So the type of human being even capable of that level of coding, is gonna be a bloke, and he's not gonna be a happy bloke.
And I love the idea too, because they all seem like geniuses to me. But then if you say to one of the other ones that guy's really smart, I'd be, that guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know blah blah blah. I don't know.
You want to come up with something clever? No,
I can't even pretend to understand their language. But like,
But then you somehow convince them to come out to a bar with them, and you like talk to a girl, and they like, oh, this man is a god.
Nah, that's a stereotype. That's bullshit. That's a stereotype.
It's not. I've met people like that.
I mean, there are people like that, but I mean, I've also met people like that who get on pretty well with girls. A lot of them get married. A lot of them have kids. They're normal.
Is that more of a browbeat into it because there's no one else around at that point?
No, some of them have hot ass big, because I mean these guys make fucking bank, like They're not exactly.
But do you think that they pulled these women because of their innate charisma, or do you think that they pulled these women because they are stable?
I'm just saying
Skilled.
there's a wider variety of personalities than what I'm depicting. Is what I'm saying. But like, yeah,
You're such a liar.
I think a lot of it. Yeah, I mean, when you have money, you're more attractive to women, and that's just a solid fact.
It's also talent as well.
Nah, it's more money.
I don't. What was it? We had one of the girl YouTubers. I can't remember who it was, but she said we were talking about building a computer, and she went, "You don't want to say that. Girls won't want you if you can do that." It's like, for fuck's sake.
It's
having
not
a
true.
useful skill.
It's high school. Oh, was it the Chloe chick on the Irie Bear stream?
I can't remember where we were, but you were definitely there, and we both just went, "No, motherfucker."
I bet it was SDA. I bet it was SDA. She pulls that shit sometimes and like speaks to her own age. But yeah, building your own computer. Well, she was 19 when we first started, so I'm guessing she's 20 now.
Wow, I didn't think she was that young. Okay,
she's very young.
That makes more sense. Was it her?
Well, she's a clever girl and she's smart, but like there's little moments where it's like, oh
shit, yeah, teenager, fuck.
Yeah, you don't know yet. You don't know. You're gonna find out.
Was it her who said about having an accountant?
No. But she was the one with the rich dad.
Someone said about an accountant, and I was like, what the fuck? I do my own accounting because I cannot afford that shit.
My mom does all my stuff though. Like I don't know what I'll do without her.
Oh god, you lucky little bitch.
She does everything. She does my taxes. She does everything. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, most of taxes over here are generally simpler, especially if you work for someone. Then they're pissed. I don't know.
Kristen's really good with money, but she doesn't understand things yet. So I like. Kristen's good with money in general. She's got a feminine way of see, that's the thing. Women are either terrible with money or they're great with it, is my experience. I've never had anybody in the middle, but I don't think.
I think that's true of most people. People are either really good with money or they're fucking awful with it. I've never met a human being who wasn't one or the other.
Yeah, but Kristen doesn't have a credit card. She doesn't have any credit.
She is good with money, but she's not done the sensible things.
She's basically a child. She hasn't really figured out life yet.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was fucking years before I had a bank account, just because I didn't need it.
I needed one. I had a bank account.
Well, I had a post office account, which was essentially a bank account with some weird differences. I
mean, I've been working nonstop since I was 16. Fucking warehouses.
Well, the first fucking probably 8 years of my work career were working for my family, so everything was cash anyway.
I've had experiences with women in IT that were on either side. Like I've had experiences where one of the problems I see in the industry, just from my personal experience, is overcompensation. Like I've seen some of that where the woman is maybe took too literally the concept of be the job you want to get, like do the job you want to get or whatever, act like you have that position already, and the position is always the boss.
Oh god,
that's the job they always seem to want. So I run into a lot of women in IT who act like they are the boss.
Have you seen the show The It Crowd or The IT Crowd?
Yeah.
And there's the woman in that, and she is very similar to that.
Yeah,
but she has no fucking idea what she's doing as well.
It's not really her job to know.
No, well, it is supposed to be in that.
Okay.
But what she does is she acts like because the two lads in it are typical IT guys. One of them's just a bit of a slob, and the other one's an ultra nerd, and they don't really know how to interact with the other staff.
Yeah,
and she became their buffer. But what she's supposed to be is their boss. Yeah, and she doesn't know how to do it. And occasionally she acts like their boss, and they're like, "No, fuck off! You don't know what you're talking about. Fuck off."
Well, I've seen that quite often as well, where the managerial staff kind of takes a back seat to the more highly technical people.
Mm.
Like their jobs are much less important than they would be at like a Denny's or whatever. Being the manager isn't always being the top dog.
Well, you have to
from your experience, do you find that people in IT are underappreciated, like stereotypically?
But yeah, I said that. Yeah, they are.
She doesn't listen to
I switch off when you talk about computers.
We're not talking about computers. We're talking about working with computers.
You just said computer, and I'm like, all right, bye
then. So you've got the actual bossy women, where this band bossy thing came from. Is that you've got women who are like that in the workplace, and
I was called bossy, and I haven't succeeded. You fucking
I don't want to shit all over them, because you can tell,
fucking idiot.
You can tell that they're trying to make it in a career that maybe their life circumstances didn't prepare them for, and they're breaking out. They're not necessarily bad at their jobs either. The one I'm thinking of specifically was actually very good at the job. She was just a bitch, like a pain in the ass to work with personally, but she was really good at the job.
God, so my twins being like that.
You got a lot of overcompensators, and then you've got a lot of people who are just a lot of women who are just doing the exact opposite. They're just sort of riding the fact that they're women, and they're claiming sexual harassment all the time.
Ooh, boobs.
Getting offended all the time.
I suppose the problem is that the women who aren't doing either of those things, you don't really notice them, because they're like any other bloke. They're just getting on with their job, and they're a good person. And
well, to be fair, in IT, you notice women when you see them.
I suppose.
No matter what kind they are, you notice them, because you just don't have a lot.
It depends. Like, my mum is quite tomboyish, and she is really good at a job for being a manager.
Yep, those are the girls who do the best, the tomboys.
Yeah,
obviously,
because they're basically just other lads.
And there's a personal level where they're easy to get along with. They're not easily offended, and then there's the professional level.
My mom is really difficult to offend.
But then and
on the professional level, they're doing what they can. They're prioritizing their own career. They're not worried about other people. Like the bossy one is always worried about other people because she wants to be the boss.
Yeah,
she's worried about herself, and you see them
about what other people think. Yeah.
They go in and out of the small jobs like in a heartbeat. Those tomboyish girls who are worried about themselves and doing it exactly the right way, those are the women who do the best, period. Like, it's a meritocracy.
They do the best, period.
They do the best when they're on their period. Yeah,
they've got the best period. Look at my period; it's amazing. It looks like Leonardo da Vinci.
Look
at self-portrait.
I like the idea of a period contest.
I do too.
Where we just kind of put buckets down, and whoever fills it up
had periods, that would happen. That's a fact. Yeah. If men had periods, there would be periods. But men compare shits. Man, I just did the best shit, and you fucking take a photo of it, and it's like filling up the bottom of the bowl. It's like, oh man, shouldn't have eaten what I ate. I'm like, why did you send me that?
Yeah.
I don't want to look at your shit, but it's amazing. It is amazing that you sent me a picture of your shit. And a lot of men.
Actually, that happened to me not too long ago.
Someone sent you a picture of their shit.
Someone showed me an awful, horrible shit. Like, hey man, look at this, and puts his phone out and it's like red.
Is it like 50-50?
And there's blood in the water.
When someone says, hey man, check this out, it's 50-50 if it's going to be boobs or shit.
Whatever it's going to be, if someone says, hey man, check this out, you probably don't want to see it.
Avoid.
Hey man, check this out. Oh shit, I've got anything else to do.
Yeah, I had a problem with that. I was a little upset about that. See, but if I was, the kind of woman that does poorly in the workplace is the kind of woman who would see that picture and then immediately go to HR.
He showed me some poo.
So that's what I would say. You got the boss lady. You've got the actual, employee who's doing a job and actually advances and goes far. And then you've got the person who is exploiting the HR system, and that is the worst person. Because the bossy chick is a pain in the ass, but she usually is doing the work, right? She's usually doing
the work, and it's not going to destroy your life on a whim.
Yeah, but there is a kind of person who is literally just relying on the diversity policies of whatever workplace to sort of get an edge on people.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like they seem to, when someone brings that up, some people take advantage of it. It's like the idea that women aren't people. Well, they would never do that. Well, they fucking would.
Yeah, I mean, I could list out all the different kind of guys there is, but they're because I'm trying to think of
anybody. There are people. If you have a chance that you can take advantage of, I don't blame people for doing that, really, because the advantage shouldn't be there in the first place. It's stupid that it's there. You know, I think there's lots of little things that people take advantage of all the time, and they're like, you can justify it to yourself quite easily.
I fucking hate when, you know, they basically, oh, well, there's a man here who's really qualified, but you're a woman, so I'm going to hire you.
Well, you know, as far as I know,
I don't want the pity. That's horrible.
Well, the HR job, the HR thing, where you're just sort of exploiting that system, men can do that for the most part. Like, men can do it. I just never see them do it. I always see the women doing it. Men, especially in IT, men are happy to be in an offensive environment.
Well,
we're happy. We feel better when we are.
Prone to manipulating as well, though.
I think men just in general enjoy. It's a sort of a camaraderie thing, you know. Yeah. There's fun to be had and taking the piss out of each other. And some guys can't do that, and they'll go do other things. But you know, like part of it is this whole idea that, oh well, lots of men do X, Y, Z, like video games. You know, these AAA games, they cater to men, and you're like, but why is that a bad thing? That's a thing that men enjoy. Well, if you want something else, it'll make it.
It's one of the things like you were on about the workforce for certain types of jobs, and women are saying, oh, it's all male dominated, and there's like, yeah, but like the sewage industry and oil riggers, and people who basically go around cleaning rubbish up all day, they're majority men, but they don't want them jobs.
I think even
we don't want the jobs.
Yeah, the majority of men don't want those jobs.
We don't want it, but we fucking know where we stand, you know, socially. We know where we stand with our skill set. Some of us didn't go to school. We went and got a trade, and with that trade, we went out and we got an honest day's work. You know, we're plumbers now. We're whatever. We make good money doing all this, but it's like you're busting your ass. You know,
I made a video, and my major point was that people should be allowed to pursue what they want to. And someone argued against, like, oh, you can't say that, like thinking that it was like some sort of communisty, ridiculous utopian world, but like. And saying, oh, what about people who do, you know, sewage work or they do like labor? And I'm like, are you saying that you think that people never enjoy that? Because I know about a dozen blokes who do that and fucking love it.
Well,
because
my mum.
Yeah, well, there's that too. But
my mum's dream job was to be a sewage worker.
It was astounding, this person just talking down to people in jobs that he didn't consider worthwhile. And he's like, no, True. There are people who like doing that. And that's
I love
good.
The worthwhile for like these essential things that we overlook and take for granted every day. I think Kristen could be a maid. She fucking maid. Enjoys cleaning. As I told you, it's like this is French. Well, unfortunately, I can't.
She's got the legs for it.
I just like the idea that she really fucking doesn't, and you're sat there like an old school cigar chomping misogynist going, she fucking likes cleaning.
And she got face of the
Dude, she does, man. She fucking cleans up everything.
She likes
like, today's cleaning day. She enjoyed. No, I think she genuinely enjoys it.
There are some people who do they just like making their environment better, and God forbid you do it as the man, because you fucking suck. How dare you?
I'm not gonna do shit.
How dare you?
I'm not gonna do shit. It's for me. There's a standard of living, and here's what it is. And this is why women clean more than men, in my opinion. Women threshold for mess tolerance.
Filth.
Okay, they always brag about their pain tolerance, and okay, their pain threshold. I get that, but I have a higher tolerance for a messy room, right? So I will sit and so for me, it's a game of chicken.
Yeah.
When I get sick of this mess, I'm gonna fucking clean this mess up when I'm tired of looking at it, and that's gonna be a really long time.
I start cleaning mess when it becomes more difficult to get across the room.
Yeah. No, you start cleaning when I start rage cleaning.
I don't even do that. You just kick.
I actually clean a lot when you don't look, but I hate cleaning when you're around. Fucking oh god.
You make a path through the garbage. So you don't clean
supervise.
it.
Yeah, you may. You buy a brush just so you can sweep a trail.
The only thing I can't stand food being in a place. You know, like if there's a McDonald's wrapper, I'm not going to just leave it.
Well, that's not
That's-
food.
that's
That's a
one- that-
wrapper.
My thing is like,
No, there's
I
always
don't
shit on the
mind,
wrapper.
Like, I don't mind untidiness, but I like cleanliness.
Mm.
So I don't like food lying around or anything like that. But if there's
So
like,
I'm already I'm sitting here looking at this pizza. And
I'm gonna say like,
okay, so-
if there's like a pile of clothes.
That pizza was garbage when it came into your house. That pizza was garbage before it left the fucking pizza place.
mayonnaise on a
Garbage
pizza. What
on
a
the page.
I say, like, if there's a pile
Who
of
the
clothes, I'm
fuck
not
came up with that
bothered.
idea?
But if
I
it's
think
like
you should try and get a
if there's
fucking
a plate with
refund.
food,
Refund.
a plate with food on is disgusting, and he's clean that. I don't like food left about.
Yeah, it's really annoying when I'm sat there trying to eat it.
Well, there's gonna be
Like,
bugs.
oh,
You're gonna
you
get
eat
bugs. I have a can of Red Bull sitting here, and that needs to go away too because the shit just. I don't know. That's a different kind of uncleanliness, right? Like that's too much. But like I'm saying, if she can outlast me in my tolerance for the mess, then
Then you clean
She's
up.
the one.
Then she wins, and you.
But she never
tidy up.
wins. She never
No.
wins. So she's the cleaner.
Well, I did cleaning like before. Like you said that you were going to be an hour or something eating your disgusting pizza, so I just went around the house tidying things up.
I wrote that.
She
too.
won't notice. She rarely does.
She won't notice.
It's quite unusual when she comes to me and says, "Oh, thank you for doing that," and I'm like,
You sound
"Well,
like
once a
fucking-
week."
You sound like a fucking housewife right now.
I'm not a housewife. I'm
You are.
I'm a house cook.
Yeah, but the amount of like my mum's friends and they say and they say like, oh, he does the washing up and he vacs up and you know he takes care of the kids and stuff like that, and they're like, oh wow, you've got him wrapped around your little finger, haven't you? I'm like, no, he just does it normally.
I know that people tell me I'm pussy whipped, and I'm like, oh, I can't be asked to have sex.
I don't think you're pussy whipped, but you are like a housewife.
I am a good person.
Yeah,
about it.
that's gross. Yeah,
Good. That's dirty. That is.
I'll do the dishes.
There
Like,
are actually good reasons for me to do these things because, you know, she has problems. She can't do things sometimes. So
Mental problems?
I had to fucking man up. Mostly mental problems. She is insane, but that's a women thing.
vaginal
You know,
problems. Yeah.
you know, her fingers fucking blister and shit, and she can't fucking touch stuff. And someone,
Really?
I can.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
It's not fake.
It's not fake, but I just.
It's not fake.
Chronic finger blistering.
It's pretty horrible,
I
actually.
can't touch anything.
Literally,
Oh, God, fucking-
Pumpaholics.
Actually, no. I have something like that. It's probably not as bad.
Is
as
it on your dick? I bet it's on your dick.
That's
Because you're
herpes.
disgusting.
every
That's
time I
herpes.
fuck a hooker, I break out into these. But like no, like I get little under the skin blistery things. I don't even know what they are. Yeah, on my
That's
fingers.
Pumpaholics.
Yeah,
You've got Pumpaholics.
that's pumpaholics. I get that. And
Does it make it
starts-
burn to
it's-
touch things?
Yeah,
it peels off and then it feels like your hands are on fire.
Yeah, it eventually
Yeah, yeah.
peels off. Yeah, so
Holy
that's
shit.
yeah. No, I get that, but I don't get
Yeah,
it all
so-
the time.
No, I usually get it in summer.
You get it whenever you sweat.
Yeah, lots of
Is
sweat.
that relatively
Stress.
normal? I never thought
When
about
I get stressed out as well, like
It's-
really stressed,
It's not a normal thing to have.
It's an autoimmune response.
Yeah. You shouldn't have it, and you should have steroid creams to deal with it.
Nah.
You could actually essentially get rid of it.
It hasn't happened in a
most part.
while, actually.
But yeah, if you're having that, then you should go see. Oh, you live in America, so you can't do it for free.
Like a dermatologist.
Yeah.
If I just like send you a tube of my steroid
Will
cream
you-
over.
Actually, to be fair, we could probably send you free prescription drugs.
Well,
Not
with-
that we would do that because that would be a crime, and we wouldn't do the crime.
Send me some
I'll DM
Viagra.
you later.
Send me some Viagra. I'm losing my sex drive.
I would
Losing
have
my-
to go and say, "Hi, can I have some Viagra, please?" That ain't fucking happening.
And that, yeah.
I don't need
No,
it.
I
don't
will.
want it.
I will. Viagra's too expensive.
How much is Viagra over there? Because again, I could get that for free if I needed it.
I don't know. All I know is when I wanted to try it out, my friend sold it to me. My guy who's a veteran.
My guy.
I got a veteran guy who sells me drugs because he got it.
Veteran of the drug wars.
He came home from Iraq and he was like, I'm a I have PTSD. And I was like, well, do you really have PTSD? And he's like, no, fucking, you can just say that. They don't have any tests for that. They just give you shit. So like, so he goes to the VA.
You really have PTSD, and you go, oh.
Yeah, and he gets all sorts of medication. But they also, I guess, they help him get really cheap drugs. So he gets Viagra because he's older. He's like, I think he's about 50 almost. He's almost 50. And well, probably mid 40s. I don't know, but he's in his 40s, and I guess he's having some trouble. So he got some Viagra to help him along. And there is a point where that's not shameful, right? Like that's
no, that's fine. It's just
a certain age.
Buy it off of him.
No, well, I did it, but well, here's the thing, dude. You should do it too. If you have any access to Viagra, do it. Viagra is for erectile dysfunction, and it's good for that purpose. But it's also good for being like super hard for a long time, for a longer time than you can naturally. So if you want to have a nice little fucking like romantic evening in where you just fuck all night, get some fucking Viagra, dude. It's amazing.
Do you know what?
It's amazing.
I'll get some tranquilizers instead, and I'll have a nice little night of sleep. That's all. That's what I want.
I don't know, actually, because I never went through legal channels. Why am I talking about this on the air? I don't know. I don't know if you really need. I think you need a prescription, but I don't think there's anything like. All you have to do is say, "I need some Viagra." They're not going to question you.
Yeah,
right.
I think if you ask,
but then you're fucking rock hard for like harder than you get.
I think it's one of those things that if you go to your doctor and say, I'm having trouble, I can't stay hard. I don't think they test you. I just think, okay, here's a prescription for Viagra.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna like rub your balls a little bit?
The doctor's like staring in your eyes and grabs your cock and just starts wanking you. Staring dead into your eyes.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah, that's not.
No, and then he starts doing that really soft voice. No, just be a minute now.
Just relax.
Oh yeah,
just relax.
So they're saying it was a blood pressure. It was meant for like a blood pressure disorder or something, and it just got people hard.
I was having my blood pressure was too high, and then it all went to my dick, and I was fine. Funnily enough.
So no, I mean it's. Even if you're not having any erectile problems, you should try Viagra with your girl. She'll appreciate it. She will appreciate it no matter.
I like fingers, mate.
What?
She likes to be played with more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
And it means that I can have sort of a nap while I do.
You can watch Star Trek while you're doing it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it turns sex into like a whole thing, And the only problem is that like I rarely would come myself, so it is like just for her, because I don't have erectile dysfunction generally, so obviously like it doesn't work. It works maybe too well.
I think like. One and done, because I'm just too fucking tired most of the time.
Oh,
the idea of having a fucking 4-hour erection or something that I'm supposed to use all that time just sounds. That's raising expectations beyond.
You know, it feels really good.
What
feels really good is denying a woman sex, especially for like the first few times you do it. It's just like I'm not in the mood.
I get so fucking angry.
Yeah.
I did that to Kristen last night.
Yeah, she's a bit of a rapist, this one. I don't really get a choice. If she wants sex, then it kind of happens.
Yeah, I was playing Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and she was like, maybe. I'm like, no.
Maybe. No. I've got to kill people. I don't want to do it.
I want to play Grand Theft Auto. I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. Now let me play my games. I don't want to have sex. Let me play games.
It feels good though. That's a good feeling when you're the one. Man. When you're the one saying you're not in the mood. Feels good.
I feel like I've done that more often than most blokes. Mostly because I last fucking ages, and so having sex is a big commitment for me.
And my prime time's 2 o'clock in the morning. So.
That too, fucking hell. Oh,
that's another thing. We need to work. I wish we could work out a sex schedule. I'm at that point in my life. I'm at that point in my life.
That'd be much better.
I'm so sick of spontaneity.
She's like, oh, touching me up, and I'm like, what does it say on the fucking board?
Yeah.
Does it say now? Go to sleep.
And then you hit her.
Like, oh god, she'd sit there fucking turning from side to side repeatedly until I'm like, fine, for fuck's sake, I'll plow you. And once you get started and you get into it, it's fine. It's just like, I can't be asked to start with. I can never be asked to start with.
Yeah.
And then you get all pissed off. Yeah. So now I have to fucking randomly
I'm a
rape
smoker.
her, and then she's happy.
At least I'm not like super high maintenance.
You're pretty high maintenance. I've never met a woman who wasn't.
No, but it's not like it's every day, is it?
It's too often. I'm married, no shortage of sex, but yeah, I squeeze one out every once in a while. Well, squeezing one out is a different ball game. Get it?
Cheshire. Yeah, no, I stand by. I don't have erectile dysfunction. ... Generally. I mean, no. Of course I have.
Just never. Generally, never.
No, of course I have.
Never had it.
Of course I do. I'm a smoker. I've taken shit care of my body, and I'm in my mid-30s. So yeah, I mean, it's a price you have to pay.
And sometimes you don't want to fuck that girl. You want to fuck her pet dog.
Sometimes you're just lazy. You just like, sex is work. I don't want to do this now. I'm past the point where sex is the best thing in the world. It's no longer the best thing in the world.
I can jerk it 15 times a day. Okay, that's pretty impressive. And
so
10 to.
Is he like 13 then?
Are you 15 years old?
Yeah. I don't know if I even did that at 15. That's quite impressive. I don't remember breaking a 10. I mean, maybe I did, and I just can't remember. But...
a day. Dude, if you're not fucking someone, you're gonna have trouble. Because I think honestly, like jerking off too much leads to erectile dysfunction, doesn't it? Like when you actually start to have sex, because you're watching a lot of porn, you're really desensitizing yourself to.
My penis is green.
That's why I watch hentai, because it always surprises you.
Then they start doing stuff with fucking bleeding, and you're like, oh, you just fucking put me off. Thanks a lot. Jesus.
Like, oh, great. Thanks for that.
I was looking at the article. I don't feel like doing this. I'm not going to do the article.
We don't need to.
I've had to look through as well. It's a bit shit.
I think we're doing just fine talking about our failing erections.
Your failing erections and my just not caring to get one.
Yeah, that too. I mean, really though, that is kind of, there is a bit of that's male sexual liberation. I think when you get to the age where you're like, sex isn't a big deal anymore.
Yeah,
because you are when you're a young dude, when you're like 15 years old and on into your 20s, you're a sexual tyrant. Yeah. You know, you're just that is your fucking primary goal and focus. I think that's why men
never really into sex until I met Sick, and it was just like suddenly I was really into it.
I am extremely attractive.
When I mean, your experiences. Listen, Mystic, your experiences do not factor into this conversation.
Oh, sorry.
Because
to be fair, her experiences never factor into any conversation. So that's
you have this broken human being with these weird psychological sexual associations, which to me is nonsense. Nonsense. Women are so like faulty.
But like her thing doesn't count because she's a woman.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Your experiences don't matter because you're a woman. No, but I mean, like this whole.
Are you saying that I wasn't why aren't all women exactly the same, so that she know exactly what to do to fuck one?
Exactly. When I talk to Sir Sick about sexual stuff, it is. We know what we're talking about. There's no like weird like I wasn't into sex until I met this one person. That's stupid. I was into sex when I turned 13 and I didn't know what was happening to my probably 12.
Okay. Well, blokes.
Yeah. I was pretty fucking young.
I think that's what it is.
Like when I started thinking about girls, and then my PP started getting involved, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, between like 10 and 12, I guess, was when you start having that. And then you're just like, I don't know, but I want to fucking jack it all the time. I'm fucking insane. And like you stay that way kind of into your 20s or whatever. But then like I think once I always say once I hit 30, but it was around 30 where I was just like, I think I've done just about all there is to do. And
so many times you can have a wank.
yeah, like a fucking good steak is way better than a fucking a supermodel. I don't want to fuck a supermodel. I want to eat a fucking amazing $100 steak. That's what I want to do.
I wouldn't mind. Well, I don't know about a supermodel, but like someone I've always had in my sort of mental, because everyone's got the people that are famous that they'll never have that occasionally pops into their mind. Fucking that person whilst eating like a steak off their back or something, that'd be pretty sweet.
I can't fucking eat at the same time. It's too much work.
Why not? What's wrong with you?
How could you fucking eat at the same time?
You can't multitask.
You can't multitask at all. You don't have to use a fucking knife and fork. You just hold the steak like a real man.
I'll get indigestion.
I'm old.
There's all this movement going on, and then I'm gonna eat steak. That's unhealthy.
Starts clicking.
It falls down and breaks his head.
I've done all sorts of drugs and horrible things in my life. I smoke. I'm probably gonna die of lung cancer, but I'm not down for indigestion. Okay, I'm not that irresponsible. Especially if it's like the world's greatest steak. If the world's greatest steak, you want women away from you when you eat that.
Well,
women
you don't
like
want
that
them
is
trying it because that steak is your steak.
Well, that's one thing, but you also don't want them around you to spoil the experience of the steak. The steak
by being women, yeah.
Women go to go
by just being themselves. Yeah, get the fuck out of the room.
Is it all right? Does it taste nice?
Is that nice?
It looks
really nice. It looks really delicious.
We're talking about bonding with this.
Nice. Can I try your chips? No, fuck off. I offered to buy you some chips, and you said no. You said you weren't fucking hungry.
I can't stand.
Why is this is so specific?
This is specific for you. You've never had like every single woman ever. You said, "Would you like some food?" And they go, "Oh no, I'm not hungry." And then you get yourself some food, and she fucking wants some.
I have a problem with Kristen on this front because I'm getting fucking tired of it. Yeah, I'm getting fucking sick of it. You know what it is? It's I drink sodas like I drink diet soda because
you drink Diet Coke like some sort of monster.
But I drink it like a lot, and I refuse to stop. I don't care how bad it is for me.
To stop. I
don't need like people. You watch these
people are like trying to take it away from you. No, it's poisoned. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Well, you have a girlfriend, and then she starts caring about your health. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I'm going to die the way I want to. Thank you. Yeah. I do not respond well to people attempting to cajole me into fucking eating healthy, which is like, here, have this boring ass life forever, and you'll live really long, so you get to endure this tasteless, boring life for so much longer. Fuck you. I'm gonna go out burning. I'm gonna go out.
I already hated it enough already, and now you're gonna make it miserable and long.
Yeah, better than burn out and fade away, bitch. Just take a swig of fucking soda. Yeah, I'm a rebel. Okay. Gonna get my Big Mac, just shove it down my fat face.
But take a swig of soda and say, "Oh, I can't eat that steak though. I don't want to get indigestion."
I'll ask her if she wants to drink. She'll say no. I'll get fucking myself a nice drink packed to the brim with ice, and it'll be fucking gone before I get like 2 sips in because she's fucking grabbed it. Fucking pain in the ass.
Did you just hit your desk?
Yeah.
In frustration.
It's over.
Shit.
I guess that's one thing that I don't do.
Wish I'd never discovered the internet.
I don't take food off your plate.
Oh god, if you took food off your plate, you'd probably lose a finger.
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting to the point of aggression where my shit is my shit. That's how I operate.
Like we went to
I don't like this sharing shit.
Went to a restaurant with these your dad and your stepmom.
Yeah.
We went there and she went, I'm just gonna have a salad, and everyone else got all these meat feast sort of things. And she leaned over and started eating from my plate after she finished the salad.
Cheeky bitch. I don't remember that.
Ooh,
wow. You had a lot of pints then, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask. Man,
yeah, but she didn't even ask. That's the thing. She just leaned over and just took it. She wasn't even talking to me while she was doing it. She was just.
I hate her.
I mean, the thing is, like, they had paid for it, but then they had offered to take us out.
No, yeah, you don't. No, that's bullshit. That we have paid for it. No, you don't do that.
Well, to be fair, he'd paid for it. Let's be honest.
You don't buy somebody a pocket pussy and then fuck it in front of them.
It's a gross point.
Oh my god, is that a thing, or did you just make that up?
I just
that's fucking amazing. That's a t-shirt.
That's a t-shirt.
That's a t-shirt. You don't buy someone a pocket pussy and fucking.
I know we come up with all these t-shirts that nobody can wear in public.
Yeah. Look, 1 asterisk, and it's fine. Oh wait, no 2. Oh no, never mind. Fuck it.
A couple for that one.
Too much.
But, I don't like sharing my food, man. Makes I don't know. Person when it comes to my food. But like I'm saying, you get that fucking world class, world's greatest, most expensive, amazing steak. That's something you eat with women out of the room. Like that's a moment for a man and his dead piece of a cow, right? Yeah. That's a bonding experience.
You imagine in my head I have like a big empty sort of study.
Yeah, I want
just
that.
Pretty much me, a big comfy chair, and that
fireplace. There's a fucking fireplace in your study.
Well, I've always had this sort of this idea of opulence, of decadence, and it's just the big leather cat.
Yeah, it's got to be rustic though. It's got to be like a
rustic, big, like the gentleman's club kind of situation.
Exactly. Yeah,
big fucking cigar, even though I haven't smoked in years. And a
dog, just a dog.
Jack Russell, yeah.
No, big dog. It'd have to be quite big.
Like a
and lazy.
Something that is trained to kill on sight anybody who goes for your steak.
No, you're breaking the fantasy. No, the dog. the dog is a weathered dog. He's not really an attack dog. He's just a weathered.
He's just
not a sheep dog. Those things are ugly. No, it's like a lab.
It's whatever dog the person is thinking of. Like,
fuck you, Miss Egg. Sheepdogs are hideous.
They're cute, and I don't like
hideous.
Dogs.
Your mum's cute. No, she's not.
Oh god,
Caucasian mountain dog.
No, so you've got
a Caucasian fucking.
Okay,
boy, sis as well. Fucking hell.
You've got your leather chair in front of the fireplace, and your
brandy in a brandy glass. I don't know if it has a specific name.
That's the only time you see Miss Sick is when she's refilling your glass.
Oh, that sounds like too often.
I'm gonna say.
Could you just bring me the brandy and then fuck off?
Good point. Just a bottle.
Yeah,
the bottle.
I can pull my own brandy in this situation.
That's fine with me, and then I'll go into the bedroom, snuggle in bed, and watch Grimm on Netflix.
Yeah,
I think that's the evolution of man. Though we always have that.
We're going to evolve to that.
Here's the thing. I feel like this is a shared collective consciousness kind of thing, because I think this is the ideal man cave place for every man.
We've got a picture of a guy with all what we're saying. This is the ideal male body. Get used.
I think there's maybe variations of what the room is like, but it's always a place where there's no woman and there's alcohol.
There's alcohol and there's vices.
Yeah, some other just
various
vices.
Yeah.
So for like some burnout, it's probably just like heroin.
I don't think it's even no women. I think it's no other people. Because even another guy there would kind of ruin my steak.
No, but specifically no women, because when you're younger, your vision of this evolves from I want my girl on my side to I want my girl.
I want to bang all the chicks. I want to bang all the chicks. My fantasy is I've got a big bed and there's like 12 women and I don't know what to do with any one of them.
Okay, that's teenage. But then when you're in your 20s,
I'm gonna bang like 3 chicks. I'm gonna bang 3 chicks, and it's like I wouldn't mind having sex once in a while. And it's like, God, fuck sex.
Two girls.
Fuck sex, give me a steak.
2 girls is a lot of work.
Oh fucking hell.
It's not as glamorous as people say it is, unless they're just doing everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta move.
We talked about this before about men who have multiple families.
Oh God, I can't even comprehend that. That only happens by accident. You don't do that on purpose. You
do the first one on purpose, or the first one.
You might do the first one on purpose, but the second one is a fucking accident. You're like, shit. She wants to get married and she doesn't know, and I have no excuse not to get fuck it.
I'm thinking about multiple families while you're with someone. Like, I'm thinking about the mistress got pregnant and she decided not to abort the baby.
And now you give her a lot of money and you tell her to fuck off.
Yeah, now you've got your normal family, and then you've got your secret family. I've never wanted that. Like cheating, I've never been a cheater because cheating is
complicated.
Yeah,
it complicates everything. The second you even take the step.
Oh yeah, it has nothing to do with morals. Yeah, it has nothing to do with morals. I just don't want to put in the work it takes.
Yeah, it's not immoral. I've told my sick this. It's not a moral issue. You know you can trust me because I'm very, very lazy.
Exactly. That same thing with rape. I actually got away with saying that when I went on OkCupid dates or whatever back in the
Don't worry, I'm not going to rape you. Can't be.
That was one of the icebreakers. That was one of the icebreakers. I mean, I even if I was, a shitty person and I would want to rape you, I'm just like, is it worth the effort, really? You'd probably kick.
Hi, you're not worth the effort of raping.
Yeah.
Would you like to go out with me?
You'd kick, you'd scream, you'd claw at my face. Like, that's not fun. That's not fun. I don't want to do that.
There's a very good chance of being arrested.
I'd have to hit you. I'd have to knock you out. It's.
I mean, that would be fun, but then I might hurt my hand a bit.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work, a lot of effort for little reward. To be honest, I could just jack it.
I think the whole family bit is probably less reward. Two families.
Rape doesn't sound fun. So like even when you get down to the point where it's like, especially like there's the two kinds of rape that I'm thinking. Okay,
first, I suppose it's the case of you being a human being.
Well, I mean, there's assaulting someone in a parking lot, and that's a whole lot of work. That's just effort. That's straight up effort. And then there's like date rape or whatever, where she's just passed out, and that's just not fun.
What about you
gotta move around a little bit
away from rape because
this is why you need.
No, let's talk about all the ways we want to rape people.
I don't want to rape anybody. Like you said, effort.
We had like a big Vegas style brothel, just down the street
called the Rape Pit.
I'll go down well. Yeah.
No, but like, actually, talking in terms of intentional violence, do you get the like the fighter's instinct? Do you want to have a fight occasionally?
No.
Do you not?
No,
I do quite regularly.
I
don't do anything about it, but I would love to have a good fight.
It's situational. There are people I want to fight at specific moments in time, but like. The actual
do you never just want to have like a friendly fight?
You forgot that.
I don't know.
No. Testosterone.
I forgot he hasn't got testicles.
That's not having testosterone. To me, that's an overabundance of testosterone. If you want to fight for no reason,
I don't want to do it all the time. It's just that occasionally
I get the instinct to hit people when they've wronged me or whatever, or they're pissing me off.
Just to push me off bridges and that though.
No, I don't get the urge to push you off bridges. I get the urge to throw you off bridges. There's a difference.
We were stood on a bridge one time and I was looking at my phone and he said, I just looked at me and went, I had such an urge to chuck your phone in the river then.
Yeah, I wanted to grab it and throw it. There's a fucking term for it when you just get random, completely irrational, damaging urges. Like if I get that urge and there's like no object to break, it just goes throw yourself in the river. It's like, why would I do that?
Man should
drown yourself.
Look at Negabot. Man should fight. That's why boxing.
That's why boxing.
What's the BJJ? I know what the MMA.
See, the thing is, I wouldn't want to do boxing because if I was doing boxing, then the other person probably knows how to fight.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, you're like it calms you down, and I think that's probably a good outlet for if you have pent up aggression. But I haven't had pent up aggression since I was in my early 20s. Like I'm done with that.
Well, I have a family, and so it's just nothing but pent up aggression.
Here's the thing, you know what I think it is? I think it's really just that I don't hold things back or have any secrets anymore. Like I've really shed myself of all male burden that they talk about, the stereotypical male burden, except for the fact that I have to work. Like that's the one male burden I want to get rid of. I don't want to have a career. And to take care of
I think maybe if at some point in the future I don't have any stress, which I don't see happening, maybe I'll stop wanting to fight.
I don't know. I don't. there is something about me where I've gotten much better at managing my stress. Like I don't get really stressed.
LARPing. You could do LARPing.
I don't want to do LARPing. I'm not a faggot. God.
Yeah, but
How's
you
that going to
look
get
really
out your
good in armor.
aggression?
I've got to pretend to fight someone. No, I want to break someone's arm.
You should do LARPing then and actually like do that.
Go with an actual sword.
That would be
Just
awesome. Like
pop some
here's some
cunt's arm off.
like, from what I've heard, you're actually a pretty big guy, right?
Yes.
So you could do some damage.
I could if I have a lot of self-control. I've had to because I've always been quite big. So I think that might be part of the problem. I don't get to lash out. I'm too big to lash out. Because
Right.
if I do, I damage things. I broke my hand because I had to lash out at a wall instead of anything else. And I hit a very thick concrete wall, so I like chipped my knuckle or something. And
I did that when I was younger. I think every man has done that though.
Yeah.
I think every man has punched a wall at some point.
No, we all punch the wall a lot, and then you punch the wrong wall once, and you go, "I'm not punching walls anymore."
Yeah. I was definitely like that, but I lost it down the line, and I really think it is I don't let anything get pent up anymore. I just don't.
I try not to, but they say on the flip side that if you like when you get pissed off, do you have a shout? You go, fucking bollocks, or whatever.
Yeah,
because they say that maybe you shouldn't do that.
Why?
Because apparently letting aggression out. They did some studies and people who, when they got angry, they just went with it, got more angry over time.
No, I don't let it. I don't let it go out unfiltered. You know, like it has its filter and everything because I've learned how to manage these.
I have to shout it out though. Like if I keep the anger in, like if I get angry and not say anything, I get worse.
Well, the point is that I make people understand that they're pissing me off. And I make it very clear what I want.
I've got a chart to show you.
Yeah. No, I make
diagrams.
I think that's how you get these really pent up situations where you're letting things happening so they keep happening over and over and over again. Most people don't fuck up with me twice, and I'm not really hard to like. I'm an easygoing guy, so it's easy in general to get along with me.
I can't even imagine what I could do to upset you.
Yeah,
I think me specifically as well, because of the relationship we've already established. I would
the sexual relationship,
the very aggressive.
It's just sexual tension, though. It's it's unrequited.
I think because like with most people don't sort of establish I will say things specifically to upset you, and you will do the same thing to me. And because we already have that understanding, it's almost as if there's nothing we can say. Like because
but for me in general, there's really
with normal people, you don't establish those rules ever. And so when someone says something really cunty to you, you're like, the fuck?
Well, the last stream on my channel, we had Warski on, and we were fucking with Warski, and he was freaking out. Like that was obviously. I do feel like I need to state it that Warski was pretending, to be triggered and all that. When like I'll do that too because it's fun, it's fun to have these like rage outs or whatever. But like in reality, I
can't do it.
I'm not really fazed by much. I'm really not.
Like me and you, we always have pretend arguments in public or in front of your parents and stuff like that.
Well, whenever anybody tells us that they don't like it, you can't call a woman a bitch. That's just like there's this. I don't know if it's the same over there, but like to the generation above us, every woman I know fucking hates the word bitch and they hate the word cunt. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God. And so whenever I get the chance and you just like, you right, cunt, to her, and they're just like, you let him say that to you. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm a grown up. And they're like, oh shit, maybe I got her mum who hated the word cunt. It's now her favorite word. Yeah. Because I taught her that her arm didn't fall off when I said it about 50 times on the same evening.
I think that happened with my mother. I think my mom really obviously like always showed like when I was younger, I would say the word because I like the word. It's a fun word to say. Cunt. It's a nice word. So
cunt.
She would get
Unmonetizable
really upset, just
stream.
like you said. Yeah, unmonetized. She would get really upset. You know what? I didn't fucking monetize it. She would get really upset, and I'm gonna fucking fix that. Can I fix that now?
Yeah, you can.
She would get really upset when you'd say the word cunt. But now, she actually will watch my videos, and it's in there, and
it doesn't really bother her as much.
She just does this sort of like, there's that word again. But she doesn't, it's not. I think she still takes an innate offense to it. Just
there's
like
the back of her brain that goes zing, like Metal Gear Solid, bling.
Yeah, like when a black person hears the word nigger in any context
ever,
they probably have
not
like
a grown up.
Not just a black person, just a white person too.
Just literally anybody. Like, to be fair, if I was out in the street,
that word's earned a stigma that has a visceral reaction when people hear it for the most part. But yeah, I think she reacts to the word cunt in that way and then sort of thinks about it and brushes it off because I'm not even really using it in a
shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. I like that. That needs a hashtag.
No, Blink-182 song.
Is there one called shit, piss, fuck, cock, cunt, sucker?
Shit, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker. Is it shit, fat, dirty twat, or something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It sounds like an anthem.
Only in England does fart and twat rhyme.
Fart and twat. Not really.
Twat.
You lot don't
how
say
do I monetize
right.
this fucking...
Okay, the letters A and T, how do you pronounce that?
A and T?
Yeah. A and then T.
You're learning phonics.
A, T. What does that... How is that pronounced when it's a word?
At.
So if you put a TW in front of those, how should it be pronounced?
A TW in front of...
A and T, it would be...
No, but it's twat.
It's not T.
What is? It's not T. It's not TWHAT.
No, it's twat.
Twat.
No, there's a little bit of an accent to it.
No, it's pronounced twat.
I'm not, because if it was T, it would be twat.
Don't spread the words. My
twat. No, it's twat.
Twat sounds so much better than twat.
Listen, I don't know how to explain.
I've got a twat between my legs, don't you know? It sounds like a posh person saying it, and that's why it sounds even more stupid in an American accent.
Dude, I don't know how to explain the American dialect to you.
I don't know how I can explain English to you.
I don't know how to explain dialect. Oh, dude, for the last video, I learned how to say words backwards because I wanted to spurge about my Twin Peaks obsession. And that was really fun. You should try that.
I did that when I was about 12.
Oh.
Did you ever, here's a thing, did you ever have a tape recorder and make your own radio shows like some sort of...
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Good. I'm not the only giant vagina on there.
I think that says a lot about us right now, yeah.
To be fair, though, if there was a way of broadcasting that bollocks, we probably would have.
Yeah, we would have sent it into...
And now there is.
Sent it into radio stations. They just wouldn't...
And then have gone, oh, fuck off. And just chucked it in the big pile.
Because it was obviously like super foul-mouthed. Like... Or were yours really clean and professional?
Well, when I did it, I was like 7 or 8, so I didn't even think to swear. if I did swear, I'd go like...
Right. Is that a difference? Is that a legitimate difference between American and English that you don't think to swear at 7? Because I was just like, motherfucker, cunt, shit, bitch.
I would have sworn in private, but when I was doing those things, I was being quite professional.
I can't swear.
I knew it.
I can't swear in front of my mom at all.
Yeah.
It's so
She
difficult.
was mortified that day. I said cunt 50 times. It was brilliant.
I don't know what it is. It's so difficult
and
to get
the
a
best part of it, the best part of that day was she spent all day talking about how good she was at Bomberman. She's like, oh, well, I'm not super good at games. But Bomberman, I beat everyone at Bomberman. And I was like, okay, I was pissed out of my fucking mind. I was so drunk, constantly saying cunt. I was just in the worst state. And I absolutely fucking wrecked her at Bomberman.
Gemini said
easy.
Gemini said he made a grown man cry today. I think Gemini is like...
Gemini has the skills to be a complete twat, and that's part of why I love him.
Dude, you've made a lot of people... Oh, no dislike squad. God damn it. You made a lot of people cry, I guess. Like, we made a porn star cry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm even gonna... Will it let me do it if I'm on a different computer? I guess it should. I'm gonna fucking throw the link into the chat.
Do that. Yeah.
This is for Gemini's stream where we made a porn star cry. It was at like the timestamp is in the description. Anyway, she it was a whole white YouTuber thing. White YouTuber. He talked about it on Warski Live.
Is that the one where she's crying? Like she's
Yeah,
not.
you were talking about it, and it's like
it's not an actual
fake cry.
Yeah. She fake cried. Yeah. You spotted it, and they're like, come on,
I didn't
bitch.
right away. I took it seriously. I think we were all kind of fooled until white YouTuber was just like, no, I'm not fucking buying this.
Well, the thing is, you have a mental sort of. There's a part of your brain, a woman starts crying. You're like, oh shit.
That's why they do it. They do it because it works. There's an instinct inside of you to be like, oh no, I made a girl cry. Back off. And
I better never say anything mean again. Oh, you're not a complete cunt.
We have given women so many weapons against us. They're like,
it's why when men don't do it, they come off as massive assholes.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side. There's your angry MGTOW style where they're actively hostile, and you're like, you're right, chill out, fuck's sake.
What do you mean?
You know how angry MGTOW likes to try and make women upset.
Yeah.
No, that's the sort of inverse of just a man who just doesn't take the shit, and then there's actively trying to upset people, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but sometimes you just come off as a massive unlikable
some of
dick.
them you can just instantly tell they're just projecting because they got rejected by a woman at one time.
I disliked Squadded a stream I was in, and the guy flipped out and kicked me and tried to turn sugar tits and bearing on me.
How? Who is the guy?
Yeah, who is it?
Actually, do you want to
turn out to be the white YouTuber?
Send a link to Gemini. We'll have him in at the end of the show here.
At the end, just.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up
I see what you mean. I felt like you were like, don't send it yet.
I can go for a little while, but yeah. Oh yeah, but we can go for a while. Yeah. But send Gemini I want to hear this story.
Oh no, I can just send the big link. I was like, I can't send the link.
I need to get some ice. I'm gonna have a brief intermission. Sir Sit, can you sing something?
Can I sing something? You're all a piece of shit. Unsubscribe from Ed and subscribe to me.
Keep going for like 10 seconds.
Check out my Patreon.
Oh fuck's sake! Well, I did. No. What the fuck
Wrong
is this?
Gemini. What are you doing?
This is just bollocks. I want this Gemini with the eye at the end because he's got the eye of Horus because he's a monster. Message. There you go, you piece of shit. Take that. Don't make me regret making you famous. Yeah. Right, where's the chat? Entertain me, chat. Make me laugh. Yeah, they obviously don't know Bearing and Sugar Tits very well. Yeah, like what the fuck? Bearing and Sugar Tits aren't gonna. They don't even really.
They're more laid back than me, which is weird.
They're very, very laid back. It'd be quite hard to get them to like care in that sort of way. Okay, they cared, not in the way Sandre wanted though. So it's Sandre. I have no idea who that is. I'm sure they're a lovely person. I just don't care. This shit's great.
White power.
White power. You can't make me famous. I'm already God in my own mind. I was talking about Gemini. I'm not sure who you are. USP 211816. Quite the name.
That's a robot.
Oh, shit, it's probably a robot.
Yeah.
It's fucking ice machine.
Ice machine?
It's just fucking shooting out ice like it's trying to stone an apostate.
You have an ice machine?
Yeah.
What the fuck? We don't have an ice machine. We should have an ice machine. We need to be better than
We have a freezer with a bag of ice in it.
Yeah, but the bag's probably empty. He's not here. I don't think he's coming. I think he realised that you're you and you're the worst. I
hate Gemini.
I wouldn't come onto a stream with you. I know you hate Gemini, but you hate everyone. You
Like,
go out your way to upset.
You know what's funny is I went on that stream. I wasn't supposed to be awake. I went to bed. I went to sleep or whatever, and Kristen like literally woke me up.
What did she wake you up like? Wake up, or did she like smack you in the face with a flail?
She woke me up because she needed to get laid really bad. And
oh, fuck! No, not fuck. The other one, sleep.
No. Then we did.
Sleep that.
No, and actually it was kind of I don't know. But yeah, there are right moments and there are wrong moments, and that was a right moment. So I was all energized.
There's an owl.
Yeah, there's an owl. So I was all energized from the sex, and basically I saw white YouTuber or Gemini and white YouTuber were streaming, so I just jumped in, and then they're like, "Oh, here's the link," and then all of a sudden we're talking to some porn star.
By the way, let me just say I apologize for that. But when we invited you on, that was because she had already said she wasn't going to come on. So when she joined, it was a surprise to all of us. It wasn't supposed to happen. We didn't mean to drag you into that, but I liked how it turned out.
It was funny.
You don't have to watch that if I ever get the fucking time.
Well, you don't have to watch like all of it because you guys went on.
Just the bit with you in it. Yeah, I know. You fucking.
No, just watch the bit where she jumps in, and there's a link to that in the description, and it's 20 minutes of ridiculousness. And the thing is like she kind of had me fooled up until she started. Well, I was starting to buy that she was faking it after the waterworks went off like immediately, and then she did this thing, and this really got me because it was just bad acting, which is this is all about you. You care more about your channel than you care about my life. And I was just like, oh no, I don't believe you now. But
also, yes. Stranger.
Of course I do. I do. I care more about my channel.
Why buy my mug?
It's not even that. It's like, why the fuck do you expect me to give a single solitary shit about you? You fucking weirdo.
When you die, I still get ad revenue. Maybe I could get ad revenue. Yeah, you could die.
Cap.
Maybe you could die like dramatically, and I can get even more ad revenue by making a video.
Well, we really did want, like when we had Irate on the stream, and then we just, you want to take this outside, you fucking slag? And we were like, is someone going to die? Are we going to be famous?
Wait, what happened?
Oh, this was like almost shortly after we started. We had Irate on the stream, and then we just hear him having an argument with someone. We're like,
someone came to the door and just started screaming at him, and I forget what it was. It was over something he said to his
and he didn't turn the mic
off this guy's girlfriend or something like that.
No, he didn't turn the mic off, so we could just hear them like
we were just listening, like whispering to each other, like he could hear us.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that feels like it was forever ago, though, dude. Damn,
it was forever ago. We've been doing this for a long fucking time. I mean, I was checking. Well, I clicked my. I was looking at my subscribers, and I was like checking the times when they subscribed. So, Bearing subscribed to me 7 months ago.
Damn.
So, oh shit! So it must have been
done this for more than that.
No, sorry, we've done this for less than that.
Oh right, did you go after?
We've done this since November. We started in November. It's really easy to peg it because I had just voted.
Oh yeah, of course.
For Hillary, of course. So,
if anybody asks,
so it was literally voting day, which I don't remember what day that was now, actually.
So it was something like, we're just over half a year, maybe.
Yeah, we're almost.
We need to like keep an eye on when we get to like a year of this, because I think we should do something, regardless of how fucking pointless it is. Because
that's weird.
We've done this.
November is actually in 5 months. That's
oh shit. So yeah, it's not long off. Yeah, we've been doing this every single week, which I think is pretty fucking impressive. For you,
except for the, it really is that I've actually maintained doing this myself. I think it's fucking retarded.
I mean, even you did it while you were working. You did it while you weren't working. You know,
And the good thing is this job isn't going to get in the way. So we don't have to.
We're like, okay. I do want this job, but I do have a YouTube channel. You need to take that into consideration. This is important fucking work.
Yes. That's absolutely true.
And they were like, "We understand, Mr. Edindra."
And then they gave me a raise.
you were sitting there nodding, smoking your cigar in your big leather chair. Essentially, you were interviewing them to see if they were worth your time.
So, Gemini, who did you make cry this time?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Do you guys know who Sandra
You made
streams?
Jesus cry? You were masturbating again. Fuck's sake.
Do you know who Sandra Streams is?
No.
Okay, so he's a stream channel with like 6.
I would have thought that was a woman.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a Swedish name, but so I got invited to a stream today at like 2 p.m. And so I showed up and Sugar Tits was there and stuff, and it's like a legit stream, right? And so I posted in my Discord. I'm like, dislike squad, which I just say that they're gonna dislike it anyway, just like they did with this stream, because they're a bunch of fucking degenerates. And so this guy
that helps them not do that.
This guy starts freaking out. He's like, guys, this fucking YouTube is already hurting me with the algorithm. He's like, disliking is hurting the video. He's like, guys,
God Almighty!
And so I was like, it's because of me, dude. I'm sorry. And he didn't believe me. So like 20 minutes later, he brings it back up. He's like, no, guys, in all seriousness, he's like, you guys think this is funny or ridiculous? It's not.
Oh, fuck's sake, the more you do that, the more they're gonna fucking dislike it, you moron.
So they started. So they started climbing higher and higher. It got up to like 40, and then he's like, he starts flipping out, and I was like, dude, I wasn't kidding before. I was like, it's because of me, dude. It's just the thing my guys do. He's like, well, tell them to take it back. I'm like, they don't listen to me, so he kicks me.
All they listen to is you saying it once, and they go, oh yeah,
dude,
and then they go fucking mad, and then if you bring it up ever again.
I did it on Worski Live.
Generally speaking, though, the funniest thing is if we mention it on Ed's channel, he gets shitloads of dislikes. And if we mention it on mine, we get like 3.
Right.
Because people fucking hate Ed. Which is unsurprising, to be fair.
See, we're not even telling them to do it now, and they're already doing it. But you know what? See, here's the thing. The joke's on you guys, because I like it. Because
me too, yeah.
If you dislike my stream, then I never have to take any real criticism.
Yeah.
Like I never have to take it as a sign that I did bad. So there could be a really terrible stream and people are disliking like crazy because they genuinely hate it.
You said something disgusting.
But because I have that buffer,
it's just because I said dislike it.
I just assume that all of the dislikes are in jest. So I don't have to think about myself or be introspective in any way whatsoever.
It's very good at making it exclusive, not to self.
I'm really good at validating my denial.
Excuses, not to self-reflect.
So so he continues. Once he kicks me, he continues to just whine and whine to the point where everyone in the stream is like, "Dude, chill out. It's just whatever."
Can you give me a link to this stream so I can go and dislike it?
I want to watch this.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't want to fucking watch it. I want to dislike it. I'm pissed off at this point.
No. He deleted it. I had to have some of it, and I have the full stream downloaded. Liberosity posted just the part.
You downloaded it?
Yeah. So in the time where I got kicked, Bering hits me up on Discord and he's like, dude, this is fucking hilarious. He's like,
yeah.
He's freaking out. And I was like, okay, record it. So I get on my alt account and I hop back in and I was like, you fucking prissy queen. I was like, did you really kick me because dislikes? And then he's like, I've been doing this for 10 years. He's like, I don't make any money off this.
He's been doing it for 10 years and he hasn't developed a skin. Not even a thin skin, an actual
How many subs
skin.
Does he have?
He has like 6.1 thousand, I think. Somewhere around there. It's like a stream channel.
So
it's a stream channel.
I imagine that's where I'm going to bottom out. That's where I'm going to stop.
But that's 10 years, man.
10 years, I'll probably be sitting at 5,000 still. But
well, you will if you continue at your rate of content.
You know what I love about the dislike squad is that you assholes are all new people who were never going to like or dislike in the first place until you heard about it. It always seems to be that way because the guys who have liked, they tend to commit.
Yeah,
for the most part. You'll see it dip a little bit, but like
I don't know, because a lot of the times when we mention dislikes on yours, the like bar goes down pretty hefty. But it does come back a lot of the time.
Because the guys who actively were going to like in the first place, they tend to want to keep that like there, I think. And this is just me looking at it and thinking. And then the dislike guys are all there. Okay, there goes one. Fuck you. That was probably you.
That was me. I did like it back again, mostly because I wanted it in my liked video.
But yeah,
list.
no, it acts as a and the idea that it's hurting the channel and that he cares so much when he's been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, if he's been doing it for 10 years, he should know that it doesn't fucking do anything. In fact, it helps.
Yeah, it
the
helps.
more interaction you have, the better.
Right, it's been proven time and time again throughout YouTube history that it actually helps your channel, even if it's downvote. But he didn't believe that, and then even that. So after this whole thing happened, he deletes the stream, and then he tweets nonstop at Sugar Tits, gets her in a Skype call, and starts like crying to her, like whining to her about it, and like, Bering did a collab with him recently. Does Bering know this guy's true character? And the whole time Bering's sending me this and laughing.
He's like, hey,
this sounds like Angry MGTOW. This is like Angry MGTOW and Atheist Gamer kind of combined into one person.
I'm like, Bering is a bigger asshole. He's sitting here trying to get me to record Skype calls.
Of course, like, does this guy know Bering? That's what I was thinking. Like, Bering, you can tell, like, when shit like this happens, Bering just starts jacking it on the stream. You can hear him. If you listen closely, you can hear the fap. You can hear the fapping. Bering is into that shit.
He's
hilarious.
What sort
Dude,
of
you need to upload that.
Usually put up then.
Well, more than anything, what sort of views do they get with 6? Is it like 20?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna,
I think it's, I'm not gay.
I don't watch.
You said you uploaded it, right? You uploaded it.
I have it unlisted, but go to Liberosity's channel. He has the 15-minute part, like where all the exciting stuff. Before that, they were talking about Europe.
The good bit.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, somebody in chat told me to do that, and I ignored it because I'm a dick. Oh, let's see.
You're always.
I can post it in the Hangout. Give me a second here.
Post. Yeah. Well, you can't. Hang on. Maybe.
I mean, I'll give you the full thing if you want, but it's unlisted, so just don't share it and stuff.
Download it and share it.
No, you can give me. Is Liberosity? Liberosities is just the bit that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's only the good part. So
okay, so show me that and then tweet it or send out his name in chat because I don't know how much of my audience knows Liberosity.
Okay. Give me one sec. Here's
I mean, you can sort of sound it out.
Oh, it's LIBEROSITY.
I can't stop thinking about it. Is your fucking avatar intentionally chroma keyed, or is that just a color you chose?
Well, the white YouTuber fucking started yapping at me for 3 weeks straight to change my avatar from black to an eye-catching color. So I wanted to do yellow, but he's already yellow, so I picked green.
So you just did chroma key.
Chroma key. That's what everyone says.
And I can just see you like putting it around the screen all the time. Because Ed just learned how to chroma key, and directly after,
I've known for a while.
Okay, you just started using it.
No, actually, if you go back, I've used it a few times.
Have you? I thought you were trying to figure out. Oh no, you were trying to figure out how to download things.
I've used it. I think. Oh yeah, even before that. But remember, I did the 1,000 subscriber thank you video, and I had Bering record some audio for it and pop into the video. So right. And that was back when I was still doing my face, but then Bering just sort of pops into the video.
Right. So you just
I use chroma key for that.
So basically he basically made a white, or did you make his background green?
He already has. Bering had stock. I mean, it's the old Bear, so I'm sure he does things differently now. But right. he had like a stock,
But yeah, I learned how to do it. I was like, I wanted to make myself explode in a video. So I did that. It just seems oddly.
Well, the software does all the work now.
Oh yeah, it's fucking. Especially if you have pre-made chroma stuff, because it doesn't have the gradient. Yeah. So
I use all pre-made stuff. I know how to make it though in Photoshop. I know how to make it do that. But like,
it's not super hard. It's just going out of your way to do it.
It doesn't actually even have to be green. That's just the most like different color.
Well, it's set up by default.
I have changed the color. Well, the Waz-Lee footage that he gave me, that was all on a white screen.
That bitch.
But I still chroma keyed it out because I wanted it to be seamless with my background.
Your white background.
Yeah. Well, it's not white though. It's gradient, white and gray. So
you're a background of color.
and then I had Day is Dead film her bit in front of a literal green screen because she has a green screen. So, and I chroma keyed her out, and then I chroma keyed. Yeah, that video was fun to make. Well, now that I think about it, a bunch of stock dancing women.
That video, I know that you wanted it to be really easy to make, but it wasn't easy to make. But it was fun.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the videos that aren't easy to make are usually the most satisfying to make at the same time.
Yeah.
Easy to make videos aren't fun. I used to do fucking, I started by doing gameplay stuff, by trying to be, a gaming YouTuber, as not in the same fucking way as every other cunt. I genuinely had my own thing, but it's still very easy content to make, and there is no fucking satisfaction in it. Just,
yeah.
I mean, my streams are basically better than what I used to do because they're basically really elongated versions of what I used to do. And they make me hella bank. Lol.
Yeah, you got a lot of bank, and that little cunt didn't come over here and give me a lot of bank. So we're gonna end the stream now.
Well, the thing is, Ed, you don't deserve it. You're terrible. You're an awful person. You're actually going to be making infinitely more fucking money than I have coming in. So
that's true.
You don't need it.
Yeah, but
you
I
don't have children, and you have a real job.
But I have to work for it. It's not the same as just bullshit.
Not for like 10 weeks, though. You're not going to have to work for it for 10 weeks. You're going to be like kicking your legs back. Going, yeah, I know this shit, and then you're gonna fuck it up, and they're gonna fight.
Yeah, well, I fucking forgot to monetize the stream too. So this is an unmonetized. You got a free one.
Why aren't they set to default?
It should be. I should have an option to set it to default.
There is an option to set it to default.
Wait, is there?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Where?
There's options to set all the fucking even the text in it to default.
Wait,
How?
You're such a fucking idiot. I love it.
Do you get like anything tangible from these streams?
Lately I've been doing pretty well actually, but having Warski on was a big one.
I imagine that was a pretty decent, even without the.
It did about as well as a regular video, which is, I don't expect that on streams, and this one's probably not going to do that well. But I mean, we've had like 90, 80 people in here at all times.
Generally speaking, $5 is perfectly reasonable.
Well, it would be cool if Super Chat was a thing, but then again, I feel bad asking for that kind of money because I feel bad spending that kind of money. So like, I've given way too much money on Super Chat already, and it's just because it's fun, and then you also get a little bit of a shout out, and it's really it's kind of a great thing, but I also hate it.
You gave me Super Chat once while you were on the toilet.
I gave you Super Chat from the toilet. Yeah.
Which I just thought was hilarious.
And it was from the stream that I was supposed. It was from the stream that I was supposed to be on, but I couldn't make it until the very end. So I gave you money.
I do think that you probably should have given me more money in that case, really.
But I still made it. So technically, I've still
as long as you turn up at some point, I think it counts.
It counts, yeah. I still made it.
But it's preferable if you're actually there for the duration.
Yeah, well, whatever. You don't pay me, so I'm not.
Well.
You don't fucking pay me.
It turns out that corporation that you're now working for, I am the CFO.
Oh, damn it.
God.
All right. Well, I think I've ran out of patience with streaming, and I've ran out of tolerance for my shitty audience who have disliked my fucking video. And I'm just sick and tired of all you fucking cunts on the stream. Subscribe to Sir Six, subscribe to Gemini, go check out
unsubscribe from me.
We mentioned Liberosity.
Subscribe to me, I don't make anything.
We mentioned
subscribe to Mrs. Six.
Stop interrupting me.
I know they keep steps.
I just gave you more money, but they gave you euros, so fuck them.
Oh, god damn it, euros. Let's see. Hang on, I lost the chat.
It was Emil Koloff.
Oh, Emil, hey, what's up? He's been talking the whole time. He's cool.
Wait, he's an IT guy. He should have more money than €2. Fucking hell, come on.
What's up with the €2?
T-Tac's a good dude. He's the one who bought your mug, by the way.
T-Tac, yeah. Honestly, T-Tac is supposed to come on, but he said he wasn't going to be able to. Is he in the stream?
Yeah, he's in the chat right now.
He's in the chat.
I lost the chat.
He's cool.
Says T-Tac. Yeah, no shit. Edindro, eat a dick.
We might if Sir Sick doesn't mind, maybe we'll have him on when you.
He can come on next week if he wants. That's cool.
So yeah, T-Tac has an
Just
open
donate $20 to the.
T-Tac has an open invitation. He bought a shirt. He helped me out, so that's great.
Helped you buy a mug, and that's all that really matters. That's the entire reason, is to have art from my missus, and then have a stranger basically pay for the mug, and now he's happy.
Yeah, well, and I also got and I got YouTube pussy, so that's great. All right,
You are
everything's
living
going,
the dream.
everything's going pretty well for me, no matter what. I don't need a lot of subs to be happy. So anyway, thank you guys for coming. I had a great chat. Subscribe Gemini, subscribe fucking Sir Sick. We mentioned Liberosity, so you can go subscribe to Liberosity too. And everybody, I will see you next week maybe in the next 5 weeks when I do a video. All right, bye guys.
All right, bye.